Why women won't read what they wrote. Why women won't read their notes. This is a giant problem of not being able to expand on a prior. Expanding on a prior helps a ton. And before you guys get your panties in a knot, and you guys aren't even wearing panties, ew, wear some underwear. Men have this problem too. Ditto the genders in between. The two genders. Why people won't read their own notes. Why people won't take notes. Put a pin in that. TLDR, not another rant. People don't take notes because they don't want to win. People don't want to read notes because they disrespect themselves and don't honor their prior time. They're just always on to something new, something new, something new. I need a dopamine hit because I don't want to address having to build or focus. And when your brain can't focus and you can't build, I read the book, She Builds. Guess what the conclusion of that book is? She doesn't build. And this was heartbreaking for me to read. And I won't even mention the author because I don't know how often she rereads her books or reads the accountability portion of it. Meaning, hey, I have something to add to you for you to make Layla's book slightly better. Sorry, I leaked out the author. I just can't help it. This is how to make your book better. This is how to make your life better. This is how to improve your money situation. So why don't we grab a pen, and this will be the first time that we have put pen to paper and then read that piece of paper. And then while we're reading that piece of paper, we can make more money. Now, am I going to be giving you Larry Chang thoughts, okay? Or Larry Chang wisdom? No. You don't respect me, and that's fine. Maybe you do respect me, you just think I'm funny, you call me the vagina whisperer, you don't even know what the vagina whisperer means. You think it's pussy magnet, and it's me trying to get the pussy out of your soul. The softness, trying to remove the pussy. Not gender affirming remove your pussy. I mean, like, no longer be a pussy. Go up and talk to that tall 6'5" Chinese guy. Go talk to him. He looks really friendly. He's been looking over here never, okay? But like, go talk to him. Reputationally, he seems really nice. Let us, instead of writing down genius shiitake that Larry Chang says, we're going to write down genius shit that my mentor wrote, that I read and reread a dozen times or more. What do you want to solve? What problem do you want to solve? Since we're on LinkedIn, I'm going to guess it's how do I get my startup out there, right? How do I get my company recognized or seen? Maybe I don't even have a company, I just have an idea for a company. New paragraph. Okay. You're thinking about running ads or spamming people or going into groups going, I work at Duck 9. Do you want my business card? Or buying social media ads or passing out flyers or going hotel room to hotel room at Marina Bay Sands during Token 2049, knocking on doors and saying, hey, have you thought about this paste copying this token marketplace where I've got 3 particular safeguards and a slightly better way to arbitrage? Cool, right? And so that's a question that you have. How do I get my startup out there? Mark McCormack has a model for it. It's called engineering up a tidal wave of momentum Perpetual Perpetual Promotion Machine. Let me repeat that. Hashtag EUTWM PPM. It's engineer up a tidal wave of momentum, perpetual promotion machine. Third time. Problem. Hey, I need to get my company out there. EUTWM PPM. It sounds like a horrible acronym. The reason it just rolls off my tongue is because I love money so much. I want you to make money without ever talking to me because you annoy the fuck out of me. Do I sound like Aguirito? A little bit. But you know why I get away with it? Because I love you. I love you unconditionally, but I don't need to be with you unendingly. Very poetic, Larry. Thank you. Mr. Heap was my AP English teacher. I wrote great poems. Still do. Engineer up a tidal wave of momentum, perpetual promotion machine. Turns out you don't need money to make money. I read Alex Hormozi's book, The $100 Million of Lead Generation, and there's a gap, which I'm going to solve right now. Alex Hormozi did not read the book Alex Ostrander. And when you're writing a book, I'm reading it, and I'm asking questions, PQRST. And the question that I have is, Alex did not also read Mark McCormack, What They Don't Teach You at Harvard Business School. Because Alex Hormozi, Vanderbilt, has a gap, 0 to 600K. Somehow magically you're at like 20 mil. And then he wants to like do a deal with you, a SaaS deal. That's the business model of his $25 book. That's the business model. And Alex Hormozi did not read Alexander Ostrander, and he also did not read Mark McCormack, because he went to Vanderbilt and then he went to some shit consulting firm. I think it was like number 5 consulting firm. I think it's like PricewaterhouseCoopers, where if you were a good consultant, you would have worked at McKinley. If you're a good consultant, you would have worked at Accenture, okay? Yeah. My collar's starting to itch. I don't even have a collar on. Like, that's what happens when you're tier 3 college, Vanderbilt, with a tier 4 consulting firm, whatever consulting firm he worked at. Now, don't get me wrong. He has genius stuff, so learn all of it, but know that there's a gap. In fact, he's the new Peter Thiel. Sort of. Basically. He's just got a gaping hole. His hole, and Peter Thiel's hole, it's the same hole. Oh my God. This is why I do these videos. Because people put me on the spot by accusing me of not being great or thought leadership back onto the hole. Oh my God. This video is perfect. This is the whole of going to 600K revenue, or 600K in leads, or 600K in venture capital. You want to engineer up a tidal wave of momentum, perpetual promotion machine. Shit Peter Thiel doesn't understand or passes over, which is worse. Engineer up a tidal wave momentum, perpetual promotion machine, which is shiitake that Alex Hormozi addresses only on one page. Only on one page, and then all the other pages never addresses it. Page 2. This is how you engineer up a tidal wave of momentum and then become a perpetual promotion machine. And if I've said it so much and you're sick of it, look down at your piece of paper and look at how you haven't written it down. Know that this is just for entertainment purposes only for you, because you can't use it for financial purposes. Because if you were to say, okay, I'm a tall, hot female blonde, and that guy is hot, and so I'll go ahead and do this, and then after I do a couple, he'll agree to meet me for a coffee because I'm hot and I don't have scarcity mindset. Good call, chica. Good call. I like to mentor female founders in person that are older than 22 but younger than 23. This is hashtag EUTWMPPM. You want to have your Eventbrite connect to your Luma, connect to 2 WordPress blog posts, to 2 YouTube videos that are 28 seconds to 35 seconds long, shot in landscape. You want to have a Facebook post, an Instagram post, and an X post. The WordPress blog post has to be on WordPress. I know you want to argue that Striver, Thriver, Niner, okay, are better blogging platforms, or Wix. You can argue this, and then I will tell you that I am friends with Matt Mullenweg, WordPress, and then Search Engine Optimization, Danny Sullivan, Matt Cutts. Violate EUTWM PPM at your own cost as a business version at $0. So I guess we just settled that debate. You're doing it on WordPress. You're engineering up a tidal wave of momentum perpetual promotion machine. What are the 2 WordPress blog posts about? Well, it depends on what you want to win. Let's say you want to win, don't say South by. Oh, you could say South by. We'll do South by next. But it needs to be a particular industry conference that your stupid little startup is immersed in. I'm taking recommendations. How about Pest World? You have a software design for monitoring and tracking and killing termites. Okay? So these traps need to be like on a hive mind, and you're using software and Wi-Fi. Does your house have Wi-Fi? Does your house have Wi-Fi yet? Yeah, so you connect the termite trap to the Wi-Fi, and then your wifey doesn't have to be eaten out of house and home by these termites. So these people all meet at this place called Pest World, and so Pest World is October 23 to 25. So, hey, we need to win a conference. We don't have very much money. We're Pest World startup. Hey, Larry, can you win South by? I work at a company called Waze, okay? And we don't have a lot of money, even though our VC gave us $30 million. I know $30 million is a lot, but I don't want to spend any of the money because I'm afraid of going bankrupt. How can we win South by for less than $50,000? Larry, you're so awesome. You're so great. And Diane Eisner said that you're so great and so awesome. Dan, I love you. Hope you're good. Oh, remember when your kid got sick and I made him sleep with a magical clean wood baseball bat, and then the wood energy from me winning at baseball caused your child to heal, and then your child actually gave me the baseball bat back, which actually I kind of cared about because it was a baseball bat in the Waze office. I know. Hugs. Oh, wait, here's a hug. Ooh, feel that? So, Larry, you're so awesome. Why don't you win South by not on $50,000? Why don't you win it on $1,900? $1,900. Hashtag did it. Anthony Ha documented winning Waze for less than $2,000. $200,000 just rolls off my tongue. 19 million just rolls off my tongue. 1,900 is like an awkward dollar amount to say. 1,900. It's like $1,900. Who says that? EUTWMPPM. First, you write a couple of blog posts. Let's just write one blog post. Hey, did you know about our 11-minute party at Pest World at Gaylord in the specific time of October 23rd at 4:45 p.m. You're welcome. Everybody that hosts a party on Eventbrite and Luma, okay, they think they have to do a party that's 2 hours. No one's coming to some rinky-dink startup that nobody trusts and nobody's heard of for 2 hours, okay? And if they do RSVP yes, they're going to be a no-show because some VC is going to have a better party than you, and you're going to lose registered people. Oh my god. Oh my god. Trade show like you mean it. Trade show like you mean it. Steve Blank talks about trade show like you mean it. Did he solve trade show problems? Nope. These are trade show problems, and you're mother scratching welcome. How do you solve trade show problems? Hashtag EUTWMPPM. So back to the 4:45 p.m. party. 4:45 p.m. October 23rd, day 1, 11 minutes. That's your focus. That's your foot in the door before you HTG, HFA, OTR en route to a unofficial keynote, which is another street smart thing. HTG, HFA, OTR. I'm only going to repeat it twice because you're so sloppy with penmanship and writing and note-taking and picking up money. Because now you're going to do another street smart presentation called How to Do What Your Company Does Without Having to Hire Your Company. So if it were International Credit Association, it would be how to do what Duck9 does without having to hire Duck9. If it were at World Bank, it would be how to do what Duck9 does without having to hire Duck9. If it were at WEF, World Economic Forum, which they recruited me into, like with hot women, so naturally gullible, I said yes. How to do what Larry Chang does without having to hire Larry Chang. Do you get this? So it's how to do what Catcher does without having to hire Catcher at Pest World. And that's your ability to engineer up a tidal wave of momentum perpetual promotion machine, because an 11-minute party at the hotel bar with 2 balloons down in the lobby of the Gaylord property in Aurora, Colorado, Denver, Colorado for Pest World. Now you have a plan and a foot in the door, and you'll be running EUTWMPPM by checkbox checking and checklist checking your execution. It's cool, right? That's the thing that women don't do, is we don't respect ourselves enough, and we have imposter complex where the stuff is so easy to do that we don't want to read the notes, and only super tall, hot blondes that went to Ivy schools, they're the only ones who truly trust Larry Chang, because they're like, well, even if none of this stuff works, he's still super easy on the eyes and he'll probably take me out.